Are you a law illiterate? A law illiterate refers to you if you lack knowledge or understanding of legal principles, rules, and concepts. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are completely unaware of the law, but rather that you may not possess a comprehensive grasp of legal matters. Answer the following questions, and if your answer is no to 3 or more questions, then you are absolutely a law illiterate. Question 1. Are you familiar with legal terminology? Do you know the meaning of common legal terms or jargon? Question 2. Are you aware of your rights? Do you understand your legal rights and responsibilities in various situations? Question 3. Do you find it easy to interpret legal documents? Do you find it relatively easy to read and comprehend contracts, laws, regulations, or legal documents and notices? Question 4. Are you familiar with legal procedures? Are you familiar with how legal processes work, such as how to file a complaint or lawsuit, what to expect from the processes, or how to navigate administrative procedures? Okay, so you just admitted you are a law illiterate. This video will help you take your first step for the journey of becoming a law literate. First of all, subscribe to the Storytellawyer channel. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, "Well begun is half done. You should start with the basics." Becoming familiar with the basics of law can greatly empower you to make informed decisions, protect your rights, and understand the legal landscape that affects your daily life. Obviously, there are fundamental legal concepts that are essential to get started with the world of law, such as rule of law, constitutional law, criminal and civil law, contracts law, torts, property law, administrative law, international law, and so on and so forth. But let's leave all this behind. For now, you focus on the very basics. We will examine 5 landmark cases in US history. Let's start from the notion of justice. Justice is a concept that encompasses fairness, equality, and morality. It represents the idea that everyone should be treated with respect and impartiality, and that their rights and freedoms should be protected. Begin your journey of justice with the iconic case of Ernesto Miranda. In 1963, Miranda, a suspect in a crime, was not informed of his rights before police interrogation. Consequently, his confession was used against him in court, leading to his conviction. However, this case eventually reached the Supreme Court, which ruled that all suspects must be informed of their rights, giving birth to the now famous Miranda rights. The Miranda case showed how one man's experience reshaped the entire justice system and protected countless others from unfair treatment. Justice served. Your next story is Brown v. Board of Education. In the 1950s, segregation was the norm in American schools, with black and white students attending separate institutions. The case was brought forward by Oliver Brown, whose daughter was denied entry to a white school. The Supreme Court's decision in 1954 declared that separate but equal was inherently unequal, marking a monumental step towards desegregation and equal rights for all. The Brown case showed the courage of brave individuals who stood up for justice, shaping the future of civil rights. Your next story is the case of Stella Liebeck, who sued McDonald's after spilling hot coffee on herself and sustaining severe burns. This case, often ridiculed, was a landmark in product liability law. Stella's victory highlighted the importance of corporate responsibility and consumer safety, debunking the myth that legal battles were merely about financial gain. Stella initially asked McDonald's for $20,000 to cover her medical expenses. However, McDonald's countered with an offer of just $800, a ridiculous amount, which was far from enough to cover her medical bills. When the case went to trial, the jury awarded Stella $160,000 in compensatory damages for her medical expenses and $2.7 million in punitive damages. The judge later reduced the punitive damages to $480,000, bringing the total award to $640,000. Eventually, the parties settled out of court for a confidential amount before an appeal was decided. Now you are a step closer to being law literate. Your next story is the legal tale of Roe v. Wade, a pivotal case in the realm of reproductive rights. In 1973, the Supreme Court ruled that a woman's right to choose an abortion fell within the right to privacy protected by the 14th Amendment. This decision ignited intense debates and shaped the landscape of women's rights in the United States and had a profound impact globally. The ruling inspired abortion rights movements around the world, encouraging activists to push for similar legal protections in their own countries. In addition, the decision had a chilling effect on abortion policy worldwide, emboldening anti-abortion advocates and leading to increased restrictions in some countries. The overturning of Roe v. Wade in 2022 had significant global repercussions affecting access to safe abortion care and reproductive health services. It highlighted the importance of maintaining and expanding access to reproductive health care globally. The intense debates touched on legal, moral, political, and social dimensions. Some key aspects of these debates were: 1. Legal and constitutional arguments. Proponents of Roe v. Wade argued that the decision was grounded in the right to privacy under the 14th Amendment. They believed that a woman's right to choose an abortion was a fundamental right that should be protected by the Constitution. Opponents, however, argued that the Constitution does not explicitly mention a right to abortion and that the decision was an overreach by the judiciary. 2. Moral and ethical concerns. The ruling sparked a moral debate about the sanctity of life and when life begins. Pro-life advocates argued that the fetus has a right to life from the moment of conception, while pro-choice supporters emphasized a woman's right to make decisions about her own body and reproductive health. 3. Political implications. Roe v. Wade became a polarizing issue in American politics. It galvanized both pro-choice and pro-life movements, leading to the formation of advocacy groups and influencing political campaigns and elections. The decision also led to the passage of various state laws and regulations aimed at restricting or protecting access to abortion. 4. Social impact. The ruling had significant social implications, particularly for women's rights and gender equality. It empowered women to make decisions about their reproductive health and contributed to the broader movement for women's autonomy and equality. However, it also led to ongoing social and cultural conflicts over the role of women in society and the ethics of abortion. 5. Subsequent legal challenges. Over the years, Roe v. Wade faced numerous legal challenges and attempts to overturn or modify the decision. Cases like Planned Parenthood v. Casey in 1992 and Dobbs v. Jackson, Women's Health Organization in 2022, tested the boundaries of the ruling and its implications for abortion rights. The debates around Roe v. Wade continue to evolve, reflecting the complex and deeply held religious and ethical beliefs that people have about abortion, privacy, and the role of government in personal decisions. It remains one of the most contentious and debated legal decisions in U.S. history. Roe v. Wade remains a landmark case that continues to shape discussions and policies around reproductive rights both in the U.S. and internationally. Its legacy is a testament to the ongoing struggle for women's autonomy and equality. Finally, you are very close to becoming law literate. Our last legal tale is Gideon v. Wainwright, a case that highlighted the importance of legal representation. Clarence Gideon, a poor man, was denied a lawyer during his trial for burglary and was subsequently convicted. He appealed to the Supreme Court, which ruled that the Sixth Amendment guaranteed the right to counsel for all defendants in criminal cases. This decision ensured that even those without financial means would receive a fair trial, emphasizing the principle of justice for all. However, power imbalances remain due to the limited availability of legal resources such as good quality and competent legal representations in the area of free legal advice. As you delve into more stories on legal cases, you will realize that the law is not simply a set of rules and regulations, but a powerful force shaping society, protecting rights, and ensuring justice. I'm quite sure that the tales of real-life legal cases will ignite a spark of passion within you to learn more and become an advocate for justice. I believe even the most law illiterate could find inspiration and purpose within the fascinating world of the law. Now you are no longer law illiterate. Law is all around us, is all around. Embrace it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more insightful stories on legal cases and updates.